Okay, we're playing more Pioneer today in post-ban Pioneer. Playing more of this Yorion blue-white control deck that we went 4-1 with a couple days ago. I've added 2 copies of Sunken Citadel to the deck because we have a lot of land-activated abilities with our cyclers, our creature lands, Field of Ruins, our channel lands, our castles. So I'm curious to see how well those play. Obviously, they are tap lands. I ended up replacing the Jwari Disruptions with them because I found I was mostly playing the Jwari Disruptions as lands anyway. So excited to see if the Sunken Citadels come up for us, see how good those are. Alright, this is a fine hand. Pretty slow hand, but that's just being on the draw. This could be a game where this not being a Jwari Disruption means we don't have the early interaction that we would want. The flip side, however, is that I guess I put some white or blue. No, I put it on blue. The flip side, however, we can fire off a Field of Ruin for pretty cheap, and that's nice. Ledger Shredder. Okay, well, just gonna run out this Field of Ruin. I don't really want to Field of Ruin them yet because it will fuel their delve, and I would quite like to cast this Omen of the Sea to do some filtering. Fire off an opt. Oh, we're gonna be okay. We almost got punished for not having white mana open. They could have phoenixed us, and we wouldn't have this ready. That would have been a disaster. Yeah, I guess if I wasn't planning a Field of Ruining them, it would have made sense to play out a white source, right? Oh, both these cards are pretty nice, I think. We're gonna keep both. We might end up shuffling away the dig through time potentially, but I'm definitely... Oh no, we do get to draw both. Cool. Yeah, we're pretty happy with both of these. The Field of Ruin's gonna get dig through time on quickly. Certainly a grindy matchup. Nice to have another card advantage spell in hand in case they spell pierce our Deluge. Alright, they're getting an attack. That is fine. They play a Steam Vents and say go. I'm going to target the Steam Vents. Make their mana situation a bit more awkward. So it does, of course, give them Delve Fodder. Oh, they get to resolve a Free the Fae. Ah, okay. That's pretty potent. This is kind of a disaster. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for that. Wow, an entire year. Lady Hasta, thank you for that one entire singular year of support. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Yes, it's just going to be our turn, isn't it? I would love to Supreme Verdict this, but I really need to hold open Hallowed Moonlight for this Arclight Phoenix. So we're going to do that instead. Kind of a shame. They're going to get to resolve a cruise here. Definitely spooky. Definitely a little bit spooky. I'm sorry, I muted myself because I was having a snack. I'm very derpy sometimes. I assure you, I assure you words were said. Oh my god, please don't cast Time Walk. Treasure Cruise is also pretty good, obviously. Treasure Cruise is also pretty good. Thank you for letting me know, Silverheart. Alright, they draw 6 cards. We're gonna get to hit 3 Phoenices with this Moonlight. Nice. Oh, my head is so wavy. Thank you. I've been taking better care of it the past year or so. I could just jam Wemperor, force them to use a Spell Pierce. That would probably be fine, right? That would be fine. And then I untap and verdict them. Oh, it does give them a loot. Let's just cycle a Shark Typhoon. Yeah, Moonlight is very well positioned at the moment. I agree. Absolutely. I guess if I'm only making... I kind of want to make a 2-2 though. Alright, let's just make a 2-2. Oh my god, I cast Hallowed Moonlight. I'm so silly. Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all. So head empty. Just the most head empty. Okay, well. Sure. Of course, Shark Typhoon does not make a shark when Hallowed Moonlight is doing its thing. Go figure. Wish we could have Snapcaster and Pioneer. Do love Snapcaster Mage. Kinda don't want to put stuff in that yard with this Field of Ruin. Yeah, let's just say go. I feel like the main way we lose is Temporal Trespass, so I just need to play around that card. Oh my god, they have it. They have the thing. Okay. Free the Fae is very good. It really is. Like, a surprisingly impressive card. They grab Consider. I'm just gonna say go. I guess I could have... was I meant to make disappear that? Maybe. I guess because they have Spell Pierce, Make Disappear doesn't do anything anyway in their turn. So I was maybe meant to Make Disappear that just to slow them down a tiny bit. Okay. Of course, we are still very much learning this deck. We just got a Lightning Axe. Containment Priest. Yeah, I've heard about Containment Priest. Some people are playing that in Boros Convoke against the Amalia decks. Sounds interesting, honestly. Alright, they're gonna Spell Pierce back, but that's fine. It gets the Spell Pierce out of their hand. It does sound interesting. I feel like it's less on plan than Hallowed Moonlight. But I don't know. It's like pretty hard for them to kill. Like, I guess they're gonna keep Skyclave Apparition in against you to kill Rest in Peace, so they can go 2 for that. So that's a problem. I think I just want to hold open Wemperor, right? Yeah, that's true. Even then, I still feel like I kind of prefer Moonlight. It is tricky, though. It is tricky, like you say. They only have the one Phoenix left. It's really down to whether they're actually playing the extra turn card or not. I kind of assume with Galvanic Iteration that they're probably playing a copy of Temporal Trespass, but I guess we'll find out. Temporal Trespass feels like the only card I super care about at the moment. Death and Taxes is fun. I enjoy that deck a lot. I don't know how much of a thing it is anymore in Legacy, but back when I played Legacy, that deck was a blast. So Kenzen, huh? Okay. I think we're just gonna exile the Shredder. Ancient Tomb is a hell of a drug, agree. And then I'm going to cast Memory Deluge end step. It gives my opponent a loot and means it can get Spell Pierced. But if this gets Spell Pierced, we just get to dig through time in our turn anyway. And again, I kind of just like getting the Spell Pierces out of the way. Pretty good draw. It's like a fine one. I guess I want to lead on this. Do I have a block with a token? I don't think so. I kind of like gaining the life. And I figure next turn I'm looking for a sweeper anyway, so having the token on board doesn't feel like it accomplishes very much. Let's just go ahead and dig through time. Looking for Dovin's vetoes, really. More than anything. Question is, do I want to shock myself to have Wemperor open? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Maybe I do. It's actually kind of relevant in multiple different ways. I think I am cashing this in for a 2-2. What do we know about their basics? They have not been through many basics. This is the... We don't know what totals they have, but they've only shown us one island so far. I don't really want to aggro use this. I want to save this for Hall of Storm Giants, I think. Because Hall of Storm Giants plus Time Walk is one of the ways I lose this game, it feels like. God, this Hallowed Fountain's so hard. I have no idea what I meant to do with it. So playing it is 2 less life, which means I could randomly get punked out by 2 extra turns, plus like a Phoenix. And like some other nonsense. But it also means I get to hold open Emperor. It also means I can veto whilst still having Field of Ruin open. I think I want to play it, but like, I don't know. I'm playing 4 fields. I think Claudio's 60 card list has 3 fields, so technically it's like the same. I had considered with Sunken Citadels in the deck whether you can play some Demolition Fields as well, though. That's an interesting question. This is curious. I do get another Omen of the Sea Trigger. This might be them setting up for an extra turn card, though, which would be terrifying. Well, I hope it isn't that. Treasure Cruise again. Go off, I guess. They do have Phoenix in the yard. This is fine. Do I counter this? I don't think I do. Again, I think the only card I could ever care about here is take an extra turn. Terrifying. Okay. Seems like they have a... They do lose their Arclight Phoenix, though. Whatever that's worth. They also have a bunch of flyers. I think I'm dead, probably. Oh no, if I counter 1, they only get 1 extra turn. Right? Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. Yes, I should probably strip mine them. Okay, they did have... Yeah, they failed to find. Cool. Don't kill me, I guess. I'm on 8. You have a probably 3 power creature. But you also have 1 card left in your deck. I feel like the main deck Hallowed Moonlight kind of soloed this game. Don't feel like I could ever have won this game in a million years without that. How has Citadel been? This is the first game, but it's pretty nice this game. It's like made 2 extra mana. Basically like the... The previous list I was playing had... free Jwari Disruption. I found I was playing them as lands like the vast majority of the time. In which case I might as well have tap lands that actually do things instead, I kind of thought. And this makes a lot of mana, feasibly. Feels like we got pretty lucky there, but I'll take it. Yeah, I've been pretty happy with the Citadel so far, but it's still just figure crafting. I haven't played with them much. We definitely want Hallowed Moonlight. We definitely want Reversal. I'm going to run a quick ad break in between rounds to get rid of pre-rolls for everyone. Definitely want Veto and Mystical Disputes, I imagine. Farewell and Horror are like maybes. Settle is a maybe. It seems pretty bad against Disdainful Stroke, but Rest in Peace seems great. Seed Sharks are maybe. So Temporary Lockdown does not seem particularly impressive against them, right? Make Disappear seems pretty bad. The games are so long and grindy and their spells are so cheap. Change the equation any good? I guess change the equation count as a counterspell. It's not very impressive, but like maybe we keep it. Temporary Lockdown was fine that game. But we have verdicts. You sometimes cut to Teferi. Yeah, I've heard sometimes people cut to Teferi because of Mystical Dispute. Which I kind of buy. I can believe that. How do you feel about Farewell? It feels very expensive to me in this matchup. That's my fear. I'm kind of worried that Dig Through Time and Rip are a bit of a number. I could just cut this Dig Through Time. Potentially. Yeah, Farewell's not great. Cool. That makes sense. Hullbreaker Horror seems decent. Shark is good. Okay. I guess it kind of blocks everything. Guess I like this setup. Let's try it. This is acceptable. I wish we could have this dispute open on turn 1 to counter Shredder. Like, that sucks, but can't have everything, I guess. I mean, untap land, it's fine. Yeah, I wish I could counter that. Really wish I could counter that. Gonna keep developing these tap plans, I guess. Sure. Didn't discard a Phoenix, that's good news. Free the Fae. I feel like I meant to dispute Free the Fae. Maybe I'm not. It's so good at loading up the yard there and digging for treasure cruise. I feel like I meant to. You haven't found Narset's Reversal to play how you'd like it to? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just need experience with it. I could certainly believe that I'm overrating it a bit. Historically, I found it quite impressive against Lotus Field, though, but we'll see how it pans out, I guess. Oh, I'm worried we're just gonna get run over this game. Yeah, Distortion, exactly. Distortion is a terrifying card. Was it crazy? I almost just want to cycle a Shark for 0. Maybe that's bad. Take on 3 mana Thalia and Pioneer. Historically, I found that card a tiny bit too slow for Pioneer. It's certainly not a bad card, though. But it is on the slow side. Another free the Fae. I think I really want to counter this. Yes, I'm not going to. I get a negate. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. What about 4 mana Thalia? Do love that get rug. Sure. So many free the phrase. Okay, they have negate. And they now have a brazen borrower. Okay. I can bounce my shark, I guess, and get a loot if they want. Discarding Crackling Drake. Wow. That's interesting. Strange game. Them missing land drops is good news though. They missed a land drop last turn. Definitely thrilled to see that. That might be why they got rid of the Crackling Drake. It's just their most expensive spell. Treasure Cruise. Okay, so we're gonna go reversal the cruise. I have a tough decision. I could veto the cruise to make sure it just doesn't resolve, or I could veto the negate so that I get a cruise of my own. But like, if they have a spell pierce, it goes terribly for me. I guess putting a cruise back in their hand is a bit risky though, because they can kind of just cast it pretty much immediately. I think I have to counter cruise. Oh, this Shredder's so ridiculous. I don't think I can win this game. Them resolving that Shredder and me not having an answer just kind of decided the game on turn 2. Unfortunately. I could Omen to look for a Wemperor / a Verdict. Or I could make a 4/4 Shark. I think I'm like pretty far behind and I have to Omen. Look for one of those 2 cards. Cannot find them. Cannot find them. It's gonna be too slow. I guess Seed Shark. Can block Phoenix. Yeah, I was wondering about reversaling that Free the Fae. I was wondering about that. I didn't end up doing it, but perhaps I should have. Yeah, that makes sense, Johnny. Well, this card's a bit late. They cast Free the Fae, they made a Treasure Cruise, which is kind of unbeatable. I think I have. If I don't block this, I die to a single Brazen Borrower hit. No. I think this game's pretty unwinnable, but we'll play it out. Like, they're gonna go up to 5 cards in hand here. Yeah, it was just that turn 2 Shredder. Meant we were always on the back foot, always taking damage. And they didn't really have any pressure on them to develop beyond that. Get Lost kills this. Not clear. Really does enough though. I could go for maximum greed. I'm like catastrophically far behind. I'm just gonna go for maximum greed. And accept that I can't beat anything, and that's okay. Like, I could just get Lost the Shredder and go to 1 or whatever, but... yeah, that's fine. Okay, game 3. Run it back, I suppose. On the play, a lot easier to deal with that Shredder on turn 2. Play my Settle. Yeah, maybe. I'm a little bit worried about, like, Disdainful Stroke on Settle just blowing me out, I guess. I guess that's a thing I can fight over, potentially. Maybe Settle's better than Tef. Hmm. Maybe Teferi's just, like, kinda heinous in the matchup. Farewells are usually okay in your experience. Yeah, I could also see playing some Farewells over some Tefs. The final few slots are tricky. Have I been liking New Pioneer? It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I really loved Mono Green. I'm always going to be sad that Khan's been banned. I do feel like that ban was a bit unnecessary. But, I mean, the format's enjoyable enough. I certainly don't think it's a bad format. I just miss Mono Green. Interesting draw. There you go. If they counter an Omen of the Sea, I feel like I'm pretty okay with that exchange. I'm probably just going to go for a Free the Fae. I wonder if I meant to hold open veto for Free the Fae. I assume not. I assume I just want to develop myself. Bottom. Low down, horrible, awful take. Yeah. Everyone thinks this. Everyone thinks I'm a monster for enjoying mono green. This is not the first time I've been criticized for that belief, and it won't be the last. It's awful to play against. Mono green is her heinous play experience to play against. But to play with, genuinely pretty delightful. Genuinely just like super fun. Oh my fucking god, this is some good cards right here. These are some good cards. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep both. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep both. So I'm gonna start missing land drops and stuff, but I guess I keep both. Yeah, I have omens. It is true, I do have omens. I kind of want to flicker them later. I really hate sacking omens, but... stopping them from resolving cruises is just very important, so... I can't really beat a Crackling Drake. Oh wait, I can. Never mind, game's easy. We only sack if we have to? Yeah, exactly. I take a singular damage. Good talk. I don't think there's like really much of a world in which I sack an omen. I guess I'm gonna shock myself because I might want to like march a shredder or something. Do I counter this? Sure. I guess a Yorion that scries 2 and draws a card is already like good enough. We don't really need to get 2 of them. Alright. I have to veto this. I can't let it resolve. So obviously I should have March open. I should have left the blue-white land open. It really doesn't matter at all. Omen's veto is bananas. What a card. Oh boy, what a card. There's the shredder. I see. Yeah, the Fae is pretty good in this matchup, huh? Pretty good. I think I just want to say go. Yeah, because I really need to counter this, and I can't afford to let my change the equation be spell pierced. That's kind of my thinking on saying go, so that worked out. I don't know if I'm allowed to march here. It doesn't feel like I'm allowed to march here. Give them a loot and then they spell pierce me. Sounds pretty heinous. Interesting. Huh. Omen is fine, but it seems like a lot of mana. Memory Deluge is a must counter, so I guess I grab it. Yeah, they just have lots of Drakes off the board in most matchups, as I understand it. Makes sense. Card's pretty beefy. Does the grind. They say go, I'm just marching the Shredder. No reason to let them cash in a Spell Pierce. Okay. To remove these stupid stops until I need them, I guess. Especially with time being like it is at the moment. Yes, this resolves. I kind of want to cast this in response. They don't get a loot though, so maybe that was bad. But also, if I cast it in response, they get to do whatever they want in their main phase without fearing counter magic. I don't know. I'm just trying to play fast. Or I do not have the most time in the world. Phoenix in the yard, yep. Annoying. Tapland also a bit annoying. Yeah, I cannot actually cast this Deluge because it will just get pierced. Or maybe I could have. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Maybe I had to. Get the pierce out the way. Alright, take some damage. Life total's pretty low. Good stuff. Cracked for a land. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Should probably have marched in my turn. I don't know that it really matters. Here comes a Phoenix. Treasure Cruise. I don't think I can afford to fight over this. I need to kill their creatures or else I die. But it also sucks to let it resolve. This matchup feels really tough so far. But also I'm pretty inexperienced at it, right? It's definitely gonna be a learning experience. I wonder if I was meant to cash this in and cast it for like X equals 0 so that we can actually win a counter war. Who even knows? Hey, Callie. They bought it in Thing in the Ice? What? Excuse me? That's so baffling. That's so strange. I don't get it. Isn't that like basically the worst possible card against us? Because it just dies to Verdict before it does anything. I guess they just want to get cards out their deck. They want to get like the stinky removal spells out their deck. And it replaces stinky removal spells. Curious. Alright, that was a sad start to the league, but that matchup feels kind of tough. Those picklock pranksters were really impressive, honestly. I am surprised by how good those picklock pranksters were against us. Alright, I'm going to run a quick ad break for the next round, get rid of rerolls and such for people. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was meant to cast my Memory Deluge more aggressively and just let it get spell pierced and hope to top deck well. Since we were like kind of cold to spell pierce anyway. Tricky. It does feel like that matchup, you'd never have time to grab your Yorion. It does feel like we were basically playing 80 cards no companion in that matchup. And like Yorion's been excellent in other matchups, but it's just so hard to grab Yorion when like you have to hold open the counter spells. But also, you know, casting a 5-drop really bad against Disdainful Stroke as well. So it's hard to commit to an expensive spell, even if you do have time to grab it. Seeing a few cards might have impacted the matchup. Do you think I meant to keep in Lockdown? I boarded out all the Lockdowns against them, and then I just died to 2-mana creatures. Yeah, maybe a couple of them. Yeah, I didn't draw Rest in Peace at all. It's also true. And that card, very powerful against Phoenix. Alright, please give me an opponent. Would I sideboard differently after those games? Maybe I am meant to have a copy or two of Lockdown in. I don't know. We didn't draw a Verdict at all. It's tricky. Unsure how I felt about Narset's reversal in those games. It basically felt like something that, yeah, the downsides of 60. Well, kind of. The 60 card list plays 2 Verdicts. So we were actually like going to draw more Verdicts on average than the 60 card list. But I don't know that that's strictly true. Alright, well. This sucks. I wish I knew what I was playing against. I guess we are going to hope they are on a deck that is bad against temporary lockdown. Oh, we're on the play. Wild. Bring in Make Disappear on the play, maybe. I guess Make Disappear is like gonna counter a counter spell for like a chunk of the game. Oh, it's this deck. I've never actually played against this deck. Kinda wish we had that Hallowed Moonlight in hand, but as is the nature of closed deck lists. Prosperous Innkeeper, huh? Alright. Don't know if I want to aggro temporary lockdown. Not like desperately. Kind of feels like on a multi-5 we need to get as much value as we can out of our cards. What? Wow. Okay. Isn't there a combo with Trelisara, or is that not Pioneer legal? So if I lock down here, they get to resolve a Coco. I could just Deluge this turn instead. Taking a lot of damage to do this, but I really want to lock up my 5th land. And then go lock down, hold open counter. Yeah, I agree, Solon. Sounds good. They could have Chord of Calling open here, of course. Oh, return to the ranks, entered the revealed card zone. Excellent. It has gone to the graveyard. They probably have a lot of that sort of effect in hand already. Wild Growth Walker. How does this work? I'm not dead, right? They're gonna wipe their board, be left with Amalia in play, and say go. I am. Why am I dead? Yeah, okay. This is fine. It's kind of annoying. It's going to put all the creatures in the yard for return to the ranks, right? But it doesn't kill me. Yeah, I just need an untapped land off the Deluge, exactly. They do get to fill up their yard real nice, I guess. Yeah, cool. That's good to know. Thank you, y'all. This is my actual first time playing against Amalia somehow, so kind of a learning experience. Definitely a learning experience. It seems like we should be good this game if we can find a land, untapped land. Oh, they did find a Boseiju. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's an interesting card. But Boseiju just gives them an Amalia because they're going to destroy everything else, right? Okay. Keeping scrying return to the ranks to the bottom, okay. I guess this gets all the lands out their decks, now they're just playing spells every time for the rest of the game. Kinda neat. Not really, actually. It's like a little bit different here, because they're scrying spells to the bottom. But I guess they won't reach those for a while. Which is like the distinction. Oh my god, we're gonna be here forever. This is the 8th. It's 8 power. It has to gain 12 more power. We are going to be here forever. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Imagine this in paper. Yeah. They have attacked this turn, yeah. They take 21 minutes, I just win. This is true. This is true. Good thing we have Teferi in our deck, so we don't care about 93 life. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my goodness. Opponent's real opponent is the clock. Exactly. Must not have cord in hand, yeah. Okay, they seem to want to keep this collected company, which seems reasonable. Oh shit. There's a problem. There's a problem. I just realized we're dead. If I don't find Supreme Verdict. They have Beseiju in hand, and Beseiju costs 1 mana with Amalia, and they're going to have untapped green mana off the lands they've just found. Which means they can kill Lockdown with the trigger on the stack. Which means we need to find a different answer to Amalia if they pass with green mana open. So we're not actually out of the woods, unfortunately. Or they could play a tap plan for some reason. or they could choose to play a tap land for some reason. You know, that's also a very legal option. Good talk, good talk. Dovin's veto or sick flan? Sick flan's kind of nice, but I should probably just take another veto. Pretty sure Field is strip mine. I imagine so. Do they only have forest? Typically? Trying to the Ranks is such a sick card. Very cool include. Alright, slightly obnoxious question. But is like blue-white just kind of bananas in this matchup? Like, Wandering Emperor seems so good against this card. Good question, Fax. I think it was because I could just answer their board anyway. Worry about Dina. What does Dina do? Don't they need to have the combo triggering for Dina to do things, or am I misunderstanding? %50 play 1 basic and the rest play 0. That's crazy. People really hate basic lands, huh? Them being an extra 100 life is completely irrelevant. We just have to not die. As long as we don't die, we win. We have Teferi in our deck. We have Shark Typhoon. We can go way over the top of 100 life. It's just a case of, like, making sure we survive that long. Maybe I was meant to... Nah, I want to be able to counter Coco, I guess. We'll just say go. I could very well die here if I brick on a few draw steps. And they, like, keep jamming scary cards. God, I really have to save vetoes for Return to the Ranks. Oh yeah, Typhoon keeps you alive as well. This is true. I'm gonna veto this, and then in their end step, I think I'm gonna field them. Because if they resolve a Coco in their end step, I just get to verdict them anyway, right? That's fine. Okay. They only run one reservoir, right? I have to assume. Okay, I could die. I get to turn this Beseiju into an Amalia whenever they want. That is a thing. Please draw more lands. I did just draw lands. That's nice. Wish granted. Courtesy of the opponent. I think there might be a casting Return to the Ranks right now. But we can stop the Amalia, so it doesn't really matter. Matchup is pretty hard, actually. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. They ain't Mana Confluence. Like, they only have 2 cards in hand. Also, we have main decked Hallowed Moonlight, which seems nice in the matchup. Hallowed Moonlight is counter their best cards, draw a card. Sometimes empty their graveyard. Alright, here it comes. X equals 4, huh? Draw. I guess post-board, they're going to get a bunch of discard spells and deep cavern bats and nonsense like that. Fuck. Haste. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, that's very funny. Oh, they can get lost your lockdowns? Yeah, that's rude. That's messed up. Need some Sunfalls. Does that kill us? The Ramali is gonna kill their Trellisara, right? Also, I have changed the equation in hand. I can kind of think of multiple reasons why we're probably fine, but also I wouldn't put anything past my opponent at this point. I don't fully understand what's going on here. So much life. Oh my god. This is a lot of triggers, isn't it? Very normal. Very normal game. Yeah, you're just on alert. I'm also on alert. Absolutely. I'm aware we could die at any moment. Anything could go wrong. Alright. Getting through that stack. I guess I should Wandering Emperor instead of Shark Typhoon. Although I could counter a Fatal Push anyway. But I should Wandering Emperor. I guess. Why not? This is so silly. It's kind of sick that this card's actually good enough. Malia Benavides Aguirre. Worried about Dina. Do I just not know what that card does? Dina. MTG. Whenever you gain a life, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. I mean, they have to have the combo going to, like, kill us with that, though, right? We can counter Cord currently. We would need to set up the combo all over again to set up for Dina. I don't feel like I'm too worried about Dina. You get a treasure, sure. 41-41, I see. Large and in charge. Yeah, that's how they win without attacking. That makes sense. Luckily, she is not in the yard yet. Otherwise, I would feel considerably more scared. Maybe I should have Field of Ruined there. Oh. Good card. Good card. Good card. Okay. You love to see it. Cool. I lose my Wandering Emperor if I just say go, but maybe that's fine. What's Wandering Emperor even doing anyway? I guess Field could reshuffle to get rid of this Coco that's on top. Completely clear to me that I even care about this card, but sure. They appear to be hellbent. Yeah, opponent has a lot of life. It's fine. We don't win by attacking. Wow. Aggro Goose. Look at that goose go. It was 6 minutes ahead on clock, which is nice. Wow, they're attacking me. Interesting. Okay. Dovin's veto seems great. Farewell seems great. I assume. Settle the wreckage, probably fine. Hallowed Moonlight is broken. Rest in Peace. Is Rest in Peace actually good? It does turn off Return to the Ranks, which seems like their scariest card. Narset seems quite bad. Then I'm not really sure what other cards I actually dislike. All of these cards seem pretty good to me. I don't know. I'm a little worried that Temporary Lockdown is very easy for them to answer, I guess, but that's fine. We'll have Hallowed Moonlight up when they do that, ideally. Oh, 200 life and they have a 2/2 flyer. Game's over. I'm really unsure what cards are actually bad. I kind of love everything, honestly. Maybe March is kind of slow. Like, fine. Maybe Shark Typhoon is kind of bad. It does save you. But it feels like we're pretty good at not dying. If I bring in the Rips, I get to remove Dig. I don't really know what I'm doing. We'll see how this plays out. Yeah, we're on Yorion blue-white control. No Lotus Fields in sight. That's probably fine, I guess. No sweeper. I don't know. Doesn't feel like we can mulligan this. This is definitely a hand that's sad we don't have Dwari Disruption in our deck, but we didn't draw Sunken Citadel anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Opponent is mulliganing to 4 cards. I see. me see. And we have drawn the best card in our deck. Also good. There is Amalia Benavides Aguirre. Prosperous Innkeeper. Probably fine, I assume. A little bit spooky. We do need to make sure we don't get run over by just like generic aggro beats. But you know, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. We just get to counter everything they do for the rest of the game now, so. I think I do need to counter that. It gets them out of make disappear range and it grows Amelia. Oh, sorry, Amalia. Amalia. Alright, so there you go. Means we have this restless anchorage on defense. Kinda. Wow, that card's fucked up. Oh boy. Gonna grow Amalia too. Okay, hit a very Savage Picket. It is an interesting card, I agree. What am I missing? Tameo's safekeeping? I guess? Probably Tameo's safekeeping. Okay. Oh, return to the ranks. That's really annoying, actually. I didn't have time to resolve my rip. Oh, I really don't want to lose this game. They mulled to 4 and they have done actually nothing. And I feel like I'm gonna die. They mulled to 4 and have taken done so little and we're dying. Yeah, opponent knew what they were doing. They did. They did. It's true. I feel like I can't possibly win. Like, cannot even fathom how I win outside of drawing a sweeper next time. Taking out the third verdict is probably a mistake. I was just like panic sideboarding because I didn't have any time left. Maybe Shark Typhoons are actually fine. I don't know. Shark Typhoon would be really nice in this game. Eat a creature, get a blocker. But it just seems like such an inefficient card half the time. It's true. It's true, Octopi. He would not. That's why he's the hero and I'm a streamer. What is happening here? What is happening here? Chord of Calling. Right. That's what's happening here. I mean, I kind of want to cycle this anyway, right? Because it digs me towards anything that can possibly save me from this mess. So, sure. I just need to find a sweeper. If I can find a sweeper, my new career of car racing superhero begins today. I need a good pep talk for that. Motivational speech. Oh. This doesn't really do anything, sadly, because we have Voice of Resurgence in play, but you know, it looks nice. Certainly looks nice. Machis do make good life coaches, it's just true. I guess I was taking this, question mark. Okay. Huh. Uh-huh. So what am I doing? Streamer are we dead? We're not dead as such. We're just not like the most alive. We can answer both these creatures and then we do not die in the next combat step. And we can still draw a sweeper. I'm just trying to figure out how best to answer their nonsense. I could go like March this, get lost this, then this is a free. To try to combo, yeah. The other option is I can Ottawa the token and March pitching a get lost so that they don't get the map tokens. Map tokens are kind of a combo in their deck, huh? That's funny. Hey, Phil. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take aim actions. This might be an incorrect way of doing things, but whatever. Gotta do something. Oh, I guess I don't actually have to do anything now that the voice is gone. I can just say go and do things in their turn. You cast Get Lost on your own creature to get the combo started. That's very cute. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Sure. Frick. Okay. This is... Oh my god. I should have done this in response. I'm still learning. This is like such a new deck, right? It's such a new deck. I'm still learning how it actually works. Yeah, I guess I want to deny them the explore. Oh, and I'm still dead. Because this buffs this. Yeah, I can't believe I lost this game. They like mulliganed for 4 and just kind of cast mopey creatures. I guess I never drew a sweeper. Voice of Resurgence also seems like a bit of a nightmare for this deck as well. Maybe you just need Shark Typhoon. Just so that you can actually deal with the mopey beatdowns. I'm like honestly pretty perplexed by Rest in Peace. The card's really good against Return to the Ranks. It doesn't really interact with anything else in their deck. If this had been a Shark Typhoon that game, we'd probably have been in an okay spot, right? I'm not convinced Rest in Peace is actually good against them. Yeah, maybe you don't need Teferi because I have Yorion. Maybe I was wondering if I could trim Teferis. Right, again no sweeper. Again keeping a 5-lander. Not the most amazing hand in the world, but we are going to keep it. Hopefully they don't have a Voice of Resurgence. Okay, this card will be good if we can survive long enough. Any reason we didn't board in Wreckage? I can only fit so many cards in my deck, and I'm just not sure what I would want it over. But yeah, Wreckage is good. Like, I don't know. This is my first time playing against their deck, and I'm just very unsure about what cards actually matter, I guess. Still kind of learning. Wart sees me. Kind of just want to veto that. I really don't want them knowing about this Hallowed Moonlight. Or this Farewell. Means I can't march a creature this turn. But yeah, I wouldn't have been able to anyway, because the creature they had was Voice of Resurgence, so. Interesting card. I think I'm just gonna exile Voice of Resurgence now. Like, I have this Ottawara that does protect me from comboing if I hold it up without triggering Voice. But I really need to play this as a land drop so that I can cast Farewell on turn 6. So I'd rather not channel it if I can help it. Yeah, we could definitely die here. We do have the Anchorage to block with, though, in, like, really worst case scenario. Okay, they're playing the Walker. And now they are convoking for Amalia. So they're going to have a very large Amalia. But I'm going to get to verdict them. They're probably just hoping I didn't draw an answer, although they know about this Ottawara. Maybe maybe they have Return to the Ranks in hand and, like, just want to draw a bunch of lands and set up their graveyard, is the thinking. Okay, they found Flux Reservoir. That is really bad for me, because I don't have a Dovin's Veto. Huh. Reservoir's so cool. Yeah, I feel like this should be a good matchup for me, and, like, I have the tools for it, but these games, I just kind of keep getting got. I think I'm just dead, right? Because, like, I can't counter this and kill Amalia next turn. I can only do one or the other. Jeez. Flux Reservoir. Such a cool addition to that deck. Gab with the huge raid. Hell yeah. Welcome to everyone joining us. Playing some blue-white Yorion and Pioneer today. I had a bit of a rough start today. The other day I went 4-1 with this deck and I was like, yeah, let's play more. Now we're getting kind of beat up. We just lost to a Amalia combo. It's It's my first time playing against it. That deck is very interesting. Yeah, welcome Raiders. I am Rain or Rainy or Autumn or whatever. Pleased to have you all here. I play Magic mostly on stream. Is blue-white good, or is Claudia the only one who can win with it? I feel like blue-white's pretty good. I feel like blue-white's pretty good. I definitely have not been playing or sideboarding optimally, so that has been hurting a bit. Yeah, we could have ignored voice and just set up farewell there. Yeah, maybe I was meant to. Maybe it's fine to let them have a voice token if we know there's a sweeper coming a turn or two later. And then I can have the march to interrupt their combo and ensure they don't gain enough life to make Aetherflux threatening. Nod, Jackie. Nod. I feel like there's decent odds I'm cycling this farmland, so probably playing against Rakdos Sacrifice, although there's no Gigantha. But Leverato does like Rakdos Sac. I'm pretty into just cycling this turn. Get down my tap land at another point. No real rush here. Oh, Leverato likes Meathook. Meathook's pretty sick, to be fair. Oh my gosh, Callie. Tap land time, say go, sure. I'm a little scared of these bugbears. Our hand is not well set up to deal with Den of the Bugbear. We need to draw some marches. This Blood Tide's getting in some good hits here. I don't feel like I can afford to keep Hallowed Moonlight. Okay. Good talk. If I don't answer this Blood Tide, I'm gonna die horrifically. This is like kind of the most miserable exchange ever. Like, what else am I meant to do, you know? I'm just taking so much damage off of it, and none of my non-sweeper cards line up well against it. Yep. And like, if Leverato is going to start firing up Den of the Bugbears, I need to have enough health to stomach a couple hits from those. Very tricky. Tricky spot. Maybe I need to play more blue-white Lotus. Like, I've been struggling a bit in these games where my answers just mismatch with my opponent's threats. And blue-white Lotus doesn't really have that problem as much, because you just start casting Haymakers if your answers don't line up. And force your opponents to deal with your stuff. It's kind of sick. Okay, get to do this. Hallowed Moonlight could counter Fable pretty soon. or stop this cat from coming back. Witch's oven. Sure. Firing up den. The question is, do I want to use Hallowed Moonlight to stop this goblin token? Or do I save it to counter the Fable next turn? I actually kind of want to stop this goblin token. I think it's going to make Teferi much easier to protect. Interesting. Another lockdown, huh? I guess that's something for, like, next turn? But for now, Teferi Plus seems pretty good. Untap these lands. Make disappear rapidly looking awkward. That's another thing I really like about Blue-White Lotus. You don't have cards like Make Disappear that get worse as the game goes on. Like, having to play these in these Blue-White control lists is so awkward, right? Make Disappear isn't really a control card. It's like a mid-range or tempo card. It's very awkward trying to control the game with Make Disappear. Because you're trying to also make the game go long. I don't know. Yeah, you want the game to go long, but you have horrible top decks. Exactly. I did like Blue-White Lotus. I do want to play with it more at some point. That deck was very interesting. My Ganjo, I guess. Sure. Could tuck the Reflection. Or I could plus. So I'd want to tuck first, because this counters the treasure from Deadly Dispute. Or the food / the cat. Alright, they get a ping. Then they get to sack the cats. I don't believe I can make disappear this because I need to have Iganjo open. Or their Den of the Bugbear. Blood type Harvester, sure. They're gonna claim the Blood type Harvester. Mayhem Devil. Kinda wanna make disappear this. Maybe this is bad. But I think it's like probably the best we're getting out of this Make Disappear, and probably the thing that keeps us the most alive. Means if they resolve the devil, they can't do much with it. We get to look for an answer. Okay, I can never give them this witch's oven, but I can give them the blood tithe. Or I could just cast this other Teferi and minus on the devil. Hey, Sophia. It seems like a somewhat hard position to win from, though. I don't know. I think this game's probably looking pretty bad regardless. Yes, we can never give them the oven, but we can give them this blood tithe. Make Disappear is never keeping me alive, right? Maybe I'm not allowed to keep Memory Deluge there. Maybe I have to look for like a Get Lost. Instead. Amusingly, we can actually cast the Psygandro, channel the Psygandro, because we have a legend in play. But also we could just die. That's like allowed too. That's also allowed. Okay. They're saying go. Shocking development. They are not, in fact, killing me. Apparently. Wow. I live. I live. Incredible. Gonna be activating this castle, which is spooky. Huh. Minus on devil, hold open deluge, Wemperor? Deadly dispute. No. Oh my god. Hey Aspen. Hey Bright Black. Card is a beating at the moment. Yeah. That resolves, I guess. And then I probably have to Teferi minus on the other devil. And this devil can obviously kill Tef potentially. So third and fourth cards from the bottom are both Mayhem Devils. Definitely spooky. Okay, second and third cards are Mayhem Devils. Right, sure. Goodbye, Memory Deluge. Hardly knew ye. A little bit worried. Making tokens obviously gives them more in the way of claim targets, but it is what it is. Second and third cards. They could castle this turn to make it first and second cards, and then they would draw a devil next turn. They do have a Cauldron Familiar in the yard, so that's something to be aware of. Three. So 7. So yeah, we can Deluge next turn and still have some mana left over. Oh my god, another devil. Ooh, very good. Very strong. And another Deadly Dispute. Yep. Goodbye to Fairy. Rakdos Sacrifice is so sick. Why has, like, Rakdos Sacrifice fallen off in the last few days? Their hand is 2 devils, yeah. No, I think they were 2 free, so their hand is 1 devil and they have a devil on top of the library. Spooky. So if a creature dies in combat, we take a damage. Amalia is rough for sack. Huh, that's interesting. I've always assumed that, like, small creature decks are good for sack. I wonder why Amalia is rough. Can I afford to deluge? Like... Yeah, Return to the Rank seems like a scary card, I guess. I feel like if I deluge, I probably die. Oh, did they? Yeah, they did sack one of the devils I tapped. You're right. You're right. So they have 1 devil in play and 1 in hand then. I feel like I just have to cycle this and hope to get really lucky. Like, I don't think I can afford to spend a whole turn memory deluging. I'm just gonna die if I do that. I call this farmland. Because, yeah, they can play devil, sack treasure, deal 2 to me, and then just attack with the devils. I guess I can chump block with the samurais. And that technically leaves me alive, kind of. You squint a bit. Okay. There you go. Oh, they can just den. I guess they do have enough mana for that, right? Yeah. No, you're right. And den ensures that 2 creatures will die. Because the creatures are very small. I can't really just, like, block them and have them live. I guess I could make a Castle Ardenvale token. feel like that still leaves me dead, probably. Yes, this is dealing 2 and putting me to 2. I have to make an Ardent Veil token. Then we have to go token here, block here. Yeah, we only take 1 that way, so we go to 1. Maybe I had to plus Wandering Emperor last turn instead of minusing for another Samurai then, since the Samurai couldn't meaningfully block anyway. And then we'd have a -2 stored up. Alright, I think I'm now dead. Why not I Gandra the Devil? I did have a legend in play, you're correct. But I would have died. I would have died, right? Because they have a treasure which deals 2, puts me to 1. If the devil dies, it triggers Meat Hook. So that would be the reason. Alright, Farewell is incredible in this matchup. Cards I could conceivably consider. I think Seed Shark's probably bad. I feel like I would be very surprised if this card's actually good against them. I feel like Rip is probably bad. I feel like we would not want the third Moonlight, so we're probably sideboarding pretty light. Narset seems quite unimpressive. The change the equations are actually quite nice here. Yeah, so we definitely want the Farewell. It's just whether we want to board any more cards. I'm not sure about these Regal Caracals. I feel like we spend 5 mana and then they just get deviled to pieces. So they sound pretty unimpressive. Probably just not going to change too much. Maybe I meant to cut a Get Lost. Oh, Obnixilis. I didn't even consider that card. That's a good point. I'm not used to playing against Obnixilis. But yeah, if they're bringing in Obnixilis against us, definitely having some creatures would help. We are playing a different sort of Cat Mirror. It's true. Good draw. Yeah, I'm not really sure what deck I'm meant to be playing in Pioneer at the moment. I just wish I had Mono Green back. Is there a good... Have people found a good version of Mono Green yet to replace that which has died? Problem is, Mono Green can just never beat Amalia, right? I cannot imagine a way you could possibly build that deck that could ever beat Amalia. So that probably makes it kind of dead on arrival. Another Thoughtseize. Okay. Yes, this means I just get to spend my turn grabbing a Yorion. Plus 1 card. Gosh, I've been so bad at staying on top of the ad breaks today. Apologies, y'all. There's an ad break coming up that feels like kind of unavoidable, even though I would like to stop it. Yes, I'm just gonna activate this castle. Instant speed fight / bite spells. There's just like such bad cards there. And Amalia is so resistant, like resilient, that like 1 or 2 fight spells are never gonna be enough to save you. It me wonders if a traditional Rakdos is good in Pioneer for literally the first time ever. Just because it's good against Amalia. Conceivably it would be good against Amalia, right? You have lots of cheap removal, you can play a couple hate cards, you can play a fast clock. I feel like traditional Rakdos should be good against Amalia. As inconceivable as it is for traditional Rakdos to actually have a favorable matchup. Whoopsies. I guess I counter just because Yorion and Farewell are so much better than all my other cards. Means I don't get to make a 1/1 though. Also means I use up my Make Disappear. Like, Yorion's so good here, but I guess this is fine. I get to make a 1/1 if I don't do this, and I get to keep my Make Disappear when they're missing land drops. Necromancer, GG's. Okay, good draw. Making tokens. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, sure. Some consider those being pretty good this game. Yeah. Field of Ruin. Interesting. Just get in with the Anchorage, get an Explore. Seems pretty good. We are officially the beatdown. Grow a token or grow an Anchorage? I guess grow an Anchorage. Farewell. We already have one of those. We are doing quite okay on sweepers. Tainted Remedy. You know, it sure can. It sure can do exactly that. It really wants to. I'm just going to keep swinging with this Anchorage. They frankly seem to be dying to it a little bit. Wait, what did we reveal? Oh no, we just got the map token. Now we get to reveal. Temporary lockdown can go to the yard. Oh, it's fine. We kill them in 2 turns. That is a devil. It's getting countered. I think I have lethal now, right? Six mana for drawing flexible forces a draw. Spectacular. Wow, Restless Anchorage. Very impressive Magic card. Sunken Citadel did good work this game as well. Made like 4 extra mana. Yeah, Obnixilis is a spooky, spooky card, huh? Maybe the Supreme Verdicts are not very impressive. We can bring in some sharks. We can bring in some cats. A little bit worried that Get Lost is just really awkward against them. Killing Devil is so important. But also giving them 2 map tokens, like those synergize in my opponent's deck so well. There's some very obvious tension there. I need to run a quick ad break in between games here to get rid of pre-rolls and such for people. Meow. Maybe Hallowed Moonlight just doesn't have text and shouldn't be in my deck. It kind of does like something against Fable and something against Cap. It's not like particularly impressive against anything, right? Well, we are going to cast it. Get down the shark. Classic shark lockdown combo deck. You love to see it. The Amalia Mill Discourse. Why is there discourse over it? It's just how the rules work. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, we got rated by Gab. Very good. Very much appreciated. Already kind of have a lot of lands. Probably just get rid of one. I guess get rid of this tap land since we already have an anchorage. Combo deck. Oh my god, that's such a good draw. Fucking love this card. Oh my goodness. Is there any world in which Shark is blocking anything? I guess not. Milling yourself doesn't break the loop, so you shouldn't be forced to do it. It's not how the rules work, though. You have to do it. This is how the rules have always been. Like, this isn't some new use case. This is just how the rules are. It's just how the game works. Oh. It's not like they're just coming up with stuff on the spot. It's just like literally how the game works. What am I doing? Fairy plus? Fairy plus. So I have to take Pathway. So everyone can Get Lost or Wandering Emperor. Get Lost is not great against my opponent's deck, but I should probably take it. People are weird about rules they don't understand. It's literally how the rules work. It's how they've worked for like years and years and years and years. Oh my god. It's so maddening to me. It's so maddening to me. Alright, this Seed Shark's looking kind of okay this game, I'll admit. Right, Get Lost up to protect us from Reflection, copy a Devil. Otherwise, we can just make a blocker, which is good too. Judge program for players. I do always get a bit surprised when like there are like competitive Magic players who have no actual curiosity for how the rules of the game function. Like that's always very strange to me. Because my attitude has always been, I want to know as much as possible about how all these different rules interact, so that A, when I'm playing, I don't have to think about things as much, and B, I can like try and figure out ways to gain advantages within the rules by like understanding the interactions of the cards, you know? It's like so it's always surprising to me when there are competitive players who just have zero curiosity and are just like completely against any rule that doesn't like make immediate sense. Copy the Blood Hive Harvester. Kinda have to kill this, right? I think. Like it gets copied, kills the shark, and I don't know. Kind of feels like life's just a lot easier if we get lost this. What's the controversial rule? When you're Amalia comboing, if you skip past 20, so that Amalia eternally grows, or if you have a way to make Wildgrowth Walker indestructible, or whatever, basically anything that gets Amalia above 20 with Wildgrowth Walker still alive, you are forced to mill off the Explore triggers. And so you're forced to mill your entire deck. Because you're caught in a loop that has no... You're caught in an endless loop. And if you can take an action with choices that you are given inside of that loop that would break the loop and create a new game state, you have to take that action at some point. So you have to mill your entire deck. And the game is still a draw, except if once you've milled your entire deck, your opponent then goes, okay, now I kill spell your Amalia. It's like really niche. is incredibly niche, but that's how the rules work and how they've worked forever. So, here we are. Yeah, they literally can force you to choose mill. That's how it works. I'm sorry, random Magic players on Twitter. That's just how the game is. Oh my god. Yep, milling a card meaningfully advances the game state, so you have to do it. Exile all creatures, exile all enchantments, exile all graveyards. I think we don't want, we obviously don't want to hit artifacts. I think we do want to hit graveyards because there's a Croxer in the yard and that card's like pretty annoying. But we do lose our Deluge, but we just have so much to do with our mana that I just don't know that I care about the Deluge very much. So. Oh, I just assumed it meaningfully changed the game state because it's like an irreversible change. Right? And any irreversible change kind of meaningfully, meaningfully changes the game state. But maybe I misunderstand that bit. Field of Ruin was a really amazing draw. Incidentally. For those who did not realize it, Field of Ruin, completely bananas draw. I shouldn't play it out pre-combat, but I'm really lazy. That's fine. Alright, attack for 15. You fire off a chump block with the Witness. If you're trying to intentionally draw the game of an infinite, I don't know if you're allowed to complain about the rules. Indeed, I agree. I agree with that assessment. 2 cards. Den Obnixilus. Ooh. Obnixilus would be scary if we didn't have a million creatures in play right now. But we do, so that's nice. It's also meaningful to the outcome of the game, indeed. Agreed. Agree with that assessment. I just don't know that this card matters. It makes some chump blockers, I suppose. And that's fine. Sure. Doesn't matter if you mill or not, because the game is a draw either way. I just don't think... That's not my understanding of it. Like, My thinking would be you always have to take all the actions that would advance the game state when caught in those loops, right? Because you don't have knowledge of your opponent's hand, and they don't have knowledge of yours. So when you're caught in an infinite loop, the rules would require you that you just keep progressing. If you can make irreversible changes to the state of the loop, or whatever. What am I doing? What am I doing? I guess I could activate this anchorage. That's probably okay. Where's the Sunken Citadel when you need one, huh? Up next. Wait, does up next even matter? Each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a devil, discard a card, whatever. I will attack you with all my garbage, please and thank you. I might have just missed lethal somehow. I could have like played a land, activated the Ever Incubator. Doesn't seem like it matters. You are not obligated to cast a card from your hand. Because the card from your hand is not known info. So you are never obligated to cast it. But if you're given a yes or no decision and choosing one of those decisions would end the loop or permanently change the game state, you are forced to take it. It's only with like that sort of public face-up stuff that's like baked into the loop. That's a fun match. Fun game. Went aggro with the Seed Shark. Seed Shark was amazing. I take it all back. Yeah, you're not obligated to do anything with objects that are not involved in the loop. Exactly. I need to go get some water before I keep playing this league, because this league is taking forever, apparently. So I will be back in 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to run a short ad break whilst I'm gone. I'll be right back. Thank you everyone for watching. Hello. I return from whence I went. Gotta say, Seed Shark plus Teferi is pretty sweet. Getting to like turn your Teferi plus into an incubator token. Order food snackies. excited for dinner. Think gonna try and level up my refried beans game, which will be huge. If it actually like makes it tastier, I'm gonna be much more motivated to make Mexican food. Oh my gosh, Callie. No, just like adding more flavor to them. The last couple weeks when I've been making them, I've been making them kind of basic, just with like beans, onions, garlic, and like, you know, doing the whole mashing and frying process and whatever. But I want to like mix in either some milk or some sour cream to make them more creamy and have like a nicer texture, more interesting texture. I also want to put a bunch of spices in them. Start experimenting with spice combos. Figure out what I like. I think those are the main changes I want to do right now. Whatsies. I wonder if they pick Omen of the Sea. Honestly, like, it's good with the Yorion. Like, smooths out this hand. A channel recap. I'm not sure what you mean. Please elaborate on your question so I can better understand what you're asking. Lockdown plus Omen of the Sea isn't like totally awkward, but it is like very minorly awkward sometimes. Oh, a Twitch recap. I don't think I have any of those made. I don't know much about those, if I'm being honest. I do need to upload more videos to YouTube. I've definitely fallen behind on that. I think back when I was playing exclusively monogreen for like a month, I really fell off on those. Because like I was like, who wants to watch the 10th monogreen video from me on YouTube, you know? And now I'm like, I should probably start uploading again. Sunken Citadel, Dovin's Veto. I mean, those are both very good. I want both of them. Take Narset. Okay. I kind of just want to have Dovin's Veto open for Fable, especially since they don't know about it. Oh, from Twitch, you mean? Oh, yeah, I can take a look. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know that's what you meant by recap. Twitch recap is here. View recap. Choose your recap. Let's see my viewer recap. Roxa, huh? Oh my god. so, so I tend to have a lot of Twitch on in the background whilst I'm like using my laptop or doing chores or whatever. Apparently I have watched over 1,000 hours this year. Which is a lot. Don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, every streaming service doesn't know. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's good advertisement. I'm in the top 10% of Magic, Mario World, Celeste, and Elden Ring viewers. And then Penn and Teller's Smoke and Mirrors is number 5. I have sent 215 chats, so I'm sending one chat every 5 hours. Oh, very silly. Desert Bus? Desert Bus is so good. Gotta love that Desert Bus. It was your number 2. Incredible. I love that. Just like Desert Bus just gives me life. Desert Bus is so wholesome and so good. My most watched channel was Shoujo with 225 hours. My second most watched was Yellow Watt with 223. My third most was Aspiring Spike with 172, and my fourth most was Caleb D with 89. Caleb D would probably be like number 1 if he didn't stream after I go to sleep. So instead he is number 4. Aw, glad you enjoy chatting here. It's always nice to see you, Sophia. I'm pretty sure I want to save this Field of Ruin. I could free roll it, but like, I don't know. They have a lot of creature lands. I don't really need to activate it. Iganjo is actually pretty reasonable. Stops me dying. Go grab the noodle. I just don't really need to. I can go Iganjo Veto this turn. And that's pretty good. Dump me. That is terrifying. I kind of feel like I need to veto this. It's a lot of damage. Like the Croaks is coming up too. You hadn't watched it before this year? Yeah, Desert Bus is just the best. Desert Bus makes me very happy. Smuggler's Copter. Where's my Andrew? Where is my Andrew? Do I want to just lock down that Smuggler's Copter? Probably, right? Now I can just flicker the lockdown to answer Croxer. Don't really want to expose my Yorion to a Fort Seas. Yeah, Desert Bus definitely isn't something I like actively watch. It's definitely kind of background noise for me a lot of the time, but like as background noise go, it is so good. Guess I can counter this, maybe? I don't know. I feel like I can just counter the follow-up instead. And that's also fine. Oh, is it Sky Noodle time? It might be. Yeah, I'll be able to answer Croxer one way or another. Let's just go for it. Answers the copter, draws me 2 cards. Seems pretty good. March to Fairy, I mean, those sound fantastic. Opponent has conceded the game. Yeah, that's how I do it, Callie. Not like 24/7, but like whenever I'm in the living room, it will just be on if I'm not using the TV. Rakdos. I've not played against Rakdos yet. I assume Seed Shark seems kind of great. Farewell definitely seems worse against Rakdos mid, but it does answer Copter. It's interesting. I don't really know what cards we want here. Obviously, Moonlight sucks, so we're going to take that out. It's not like the Stoneworst. It hits Fable, it hits Croxer, but it seems pretty bad. Narset seems pretty bad. And then it's just a case of whether we want Farewell and whether we want 4th Veto. Both of which sound fine. But like not incredible. Is Lockdown actually good? It sure seemed good against Smuggler's Copter. Miracle actually good. Is the other question. It's possible Caracal is just worse than these 2 cards, but sure. I guess I will keep this. Has an Omen of the Sea, so everything will be fine. Opponent is mulliganed. My stream a recap. I've streamed 170 times this year, which is more than I anticipated. I feel like there have been chunks of this year where I've been a little bad at staying on top of streaming. So it's kind of nice to see that it's still been like a decent number. Top 5 categories. I was in the top 10% of Celeste streamers. I've barely streamed Celeste, right? That's crazy. Most of my Celeste streaming was last year. And it's pretty great. Graveyard Trespasser, somehow the perfect card against this hand. Very frustrating. Changes the equation, looking really awkward. Do you need lands? I kind of want to bottom both. I really want an untapped land. Is that greedy? I feel like I really need an untapped land here. Anything else is like a little bit unacceptable, but maybe that's greedy. God. I think I'm gonna die. Like, I kind of have to cast this because I am taking 1,000,000 damage otherwise, but all my cards are counter spells, and I'm being forced to tap out. They just get to do whatever they want. And we need to draw a land to be in this game as well. Wow. I am so relieved that that's what they're doing, instead of casting literally anything with power and toughness. Oh, right, that makes sense, Callie. Yeah. Interesting. Go up if Go Blank were bad. I mean, Go Blank is a really good card sometimes. But like, wow, anything else this turn would be so much more impactful. What am I discarding? I'm keeping Memory Deluge. I'm probably discarding Dig Through Time, I guess, because my yard is getting wiped. I think I have to keep Shock. I'm discarding a counterspell. Yes, Make Disappear's days are numbered. Yeah, discarding Veto also seems interesting. I think I agree. We have like this Field of Ruin too. It makes it a little awkward. Yeah, getting punished for not keeping the tap land. I just didn't feel like we could afford to have a tap land when we needed to go 2 into 3 into 4. Yeah, they don't have Fable. Agree. Alright, hopefully they do nothing I care about so I can cycle this Typhoon and step. They did, in fact, have something I care about. Land, please. Please. I don't know if I'm meant to cycle this Typhoon main phase. I have so many tap lands in my deck. It also means they get to do whatever the hell they want, but they kind of get to do that anyway. And most of the things they could do, we can answer with our verdict, so. Also, I get to F6, and that's nice. Alright, Fable's a little annoying. But not exactly the end of the world. Hopefully they just cast a Shouldered. And I get to go to Fairy minus. What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me, what is this? What is this? Okay, I guess. I guess that's a Hazoret. Don't know what to say. God, I almost want to plus and just be like, bet. Come on. Like, they would have 3 cards in hand. They missed the land drop. Apparently, the most exciting thing they could do last turn was cast a 4-mana no text. So maybe I was just meant to stare them across the table and say bet. There's a reflection. Okay. Aww. Glad to have you here for those hours, Sophia. They can hit me for 4. I have a million counter spells open. I guess I can't counter a Shouldered, which is unfortunate. I discard Heartless Act. Okay. So they do have Hazoret in hand. Good talk. I guess they get to kill my Tethers, which is fine. I just need to find a sweeper here more than anything. Hmm. Is it crazy to go top? I kind of just feel like these are both fine. 7th land gets me towards Deluge, which is nice. I think I'm happy throwing away my Wandering Emperor just to exile this reflection. And then hold open a counterspell. And pretty soon we get to grab Yorion and just win the game on the spot. I guess that's also the reason Glacial Fortress is really appealing. We have this Yorion just chilling. So, like, the more mana, the better, kinda. They just say, go, I'm gonna kill this reflection. And hope to draw a land for Yorion. Companion mechanic, strong. Truly the hottest of all takes. Memory Deluge. It is night time, so Graveyard Trespasser will currently hit both deluges if I main phase this. If I main phase it, I can find a tap land. I obviously don't want to grab Yorion because I don't want to expose it to Thoughtseize. I think I just say go. That's fine. I also don't know what cards I want off Deluge yet either. I find a Shouldered the Apocalypse. Yeah, like seeing this Shouldered means now I really want to prioritize finding an answer for Shouldered, right? Though I can also shuffle her away with Field of Ruin, which is cute. Which I might end up doing. Shouldered's not a particularly scary card, but I don't have an answer currently. It does seem like a way I could realistically lose this game. Alright, we're gonna hit this with the lockdown, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't have text. Oh, it does mean they can draw Shouldered by sacking the blood, though. So I can't actually go for the Field of Ruin plan now, because I let this resolve. I should have fielded beforehand. Alright, well, that solves everything. We don't have an island. I guess I will grab this instead of castle. And we go Yorion, grab, play. We're not going to have counter spells open, but that should be fine. Have an upkeep stop for our Get Lost. Yeah, they want to sack these bloods. They discard a land. They discard a harvester. Sure, these are good. I want to hide Teferi on top of the deck, I guess. So they can't go, I guess they can't go Shouldered Thoughtseize anyway. I don't particularly want to draw this Omen of the Sea. I guess I'll actually just do this. Cool. We can take my Get Lost. I still only take 2 damage off Shouldered. Yep. Opponent sees it and scoops it up. Alright, we're 2-2. I really want to finish this league today, but I'm also aware that potentially the next match could take like 45 minutes. I kind of need to go get started on dinner soon. So I might have to call it, unfortunately. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. It's been good having y'all here. I don't know if I will be streaming tomorrow, because I do have a date in the evening. I don't know if I can even realistically fit a stream in before that. If I don't, I might stream on Saturday, question mark. It might be a seldom Saturday stream, we'll see. We'll see how things pan out. Life's all a bit up in the air at the moment. But that is how things are. I'm hoping I can do a short stream tomorrow, even if it's just like a couple matches. That might be good. Anyway,